Welcome to San Diego, California. Coming to you live from Viejas Arena. You're watching the Mojo here on VBTV. A big matchup tonight. Vegas in town to take on San Diego. The Vegas Thrill, top of the standings, 6-2 through 8 games in the 25 slate. They are led by head coach Ramon Hernandez-Cruz in his first season and off to a nice start. San Diego 3-4. They're led by Taiba Hanif Park in her second season, 16-15 in her 1+ seasons with San Diego. There's Ronica Stone. We'll talk about our players to watch here tonight. Tanner Collins alongside former pro volleyball player Lori Thomas. Lori for Vegas, Hannah Maddox. She is off to a phenomenal start in 2025. Vegas coming off a win Sunday versus Atlanta Vibe. Maddox in that match recorded 16 kills, 7 digs, added 2 solo blocks, and 1 assist as well. So padding up the stat sheets versus Atlanta. On the other side, the home team here tonight is San Diego, and player to watch is Dai Young Lee. Starting lineups here tonight for Vegas: Looper, Hannah, Oblad, Stout, Maddox, and Childress. Childress, the libero for Vegas. You'll hear her number called many times tonight, and in that win at Atlanta, she tallied up 41 assists and 9 digs. And Lori Childress, she's another player to watch out for tonight for Vegas. For San Diego, starting lineup tonight: McGee, Stone, Dalkey, Moore, Lee, and Blackwell. We already talked about Dai Young Lee, but you got to touch on Ronica Stone, the leader on this team in her second season. She was preseason first team All-PVF as we're about to get underway here from Viejas Arena. Tanner Collins, Lori Thomas, happy to have you along here tonight on VBTV. Awesome stuff. And we're underway. McGee to serve. And we're live from Viejas Arena. And quickly on the board is Vegas. And Morgan Stout gets the scoring started for the Thrill.
That's a great example of what you're going to see tonight with Childress. She was practically on her knees and she fed the middle. And no matter what, it doesn't matter if the touch it.
San Diego on the board after the service error. There's Janasia Moore, who's come on strong on the young season. The Thrill got into town Thursday evening. They had a practice here inside the arena last night. They're the #1 team in the league through 8 games. As that one gets past McGee. And the Vegas Thrill back up 1. Thrill coming off a 2-match homestand where they defeated Indy in a reverse sweep and then beat the Atlanta Vibe in 4 sets. There's Maddox. She's blocked. Missing her first error here in the match. It's been a consistent start offensively for San Diego. Tied at 7. Layla Blackwell back to serve. And Stout is blocked. 2 blocks for the Mojo. That time it was Veronica Stone.
This will be interesting to watch this match tonight where Morgan Stout is across from Veronica Stone. Both great blockers, so it will be fun to watch those two go head to head at the net.
The second service error from San Diego, tied at 8. That's an easy block. Morgan Stout gives the Thrill back the lead. Heading back to serve is Charity Looper out of Dallas, Texas. Played for Louisville. Talking with head coach Ramon Hernandez-Cruz, I said, you're off to a 6-2 start. You're tops in the league. What do you want to see improved? And You mentioned transition, and that's kind of a key for both of these teams here tonight. Improving in the transition game.
You can take a look here. You've got Elise McGee taking a swing on the right side, playing opposite right now, stepping up to the plate. Reagan Pittman had been there a few matches ago.
How about that play from Dayong Lee? She's everywhere for San Diego.
It's fun to watch her play. Coach said she has such a great spirit, loves playing the game. You see it every day in practice, and you'll see it on the court when she plays.
Well set, Maddox. A dump shot. McGee unable to keep it alive, and we're tied at 10.
You will see Hannah Maddox bring out everything. She will take those big swings, but she will also see the block and make smart plays, knowing where the defense is.
Back and forth early on. Stone on the slide. Off the block. Nasia Moore to the net. And she records her first kill. And now we'll head back to serve for the Mojo. Back up 1. How about that power showed there from Cameron Hanna?
Cameron Hanna playing opposite from Lansing, Illinois.
Serve handled by Venegas. Stone on the slide. She gets her first kill. Only a matter of time on the slide attack.
The slide attack, one of my favorite attacks on the front line, because you have such a wider window to make contact with the ball, running parallel to the net. And once again, Dayong Lee was 10 foot away from that right side and gave it to Ronica.
Nice dig by McGee. Dahlke is kept alive by the thrill. They'll set up Maddox.
And there's the big swing that we are talking about. She will get her kills. She has an arsenal of an arm, and that was a great, tough, aggressive swing.
Hannah Maddox played for South Alabama, hometown San Antonio, Texas. Another strong serve and a service ace. Maddox gives the thrill back the lead.
She has a very tough top spin serve. Great spot on the court.
That time the serve handled by Moore. They'll set up Dahlke. And that one drops in. Kendra Dahlke picking up her first kill on the night.
Great deep shot by Dahlke. Dahlke's had a great season this year.
How about that dig from Venegas? Here's Dahlke. Free ball for the Mojo. Lead to Blackwell. Mojo point.
Dayong Lee loves to use the middles. You'll see her set no matter where she is on the court, and they will get their kills.
Another block for the Mojo. 15-13, a 2-point advantage. 3 blocks in the opening set. That was a slide attack from Berkeley Oblad. Another denial from the home team. Another dig from Venegas. More from the back row, too much. The thrill back within 1.
Berkeley Oblad back to serve. 6'5" middle blocker from Henderson, Nevada. Played at Utah.
San Diego hitting .333 midway through the opening set. There's Maddox again, that time from the back row.
Childress has no problem finding Maddox, whether she's front row, back row. Oh, that was a little bit long.
Going to keep the point with the thrill. McGee. The back row attack, dug out by Lee. McGee again. Maddox keeps the point alive. Now a free ball for the thrill. Another nice defensive play.
We have a rally going on.
And a quick end to that rally from Charity Looper as we hit our first media timeout here in set one. It's back and forth here from Viejas Arena on VBTV. Welcome back inside Viejas Arena. Tanner Collins alongside Lori Thomas. Lori, what have you liked offensively from San Diego? They've really spread out the offense here in set one.
Yeah, you see right now, Ronica, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got 6 players that are seeing the ball from Dayong Lee, which is incredible. They need to keep spreading out that offense.
For the thrill, they've been led by Maddox and Cameron, both with 3 kills. And that one, another attack, that time getting the touch. Another kill for Charity Looper. And now a 2-point advantage for the thrill. Tied for their largest lead here in the set. Blackwell, she's blocked. Morgan Stout for the thrill. It's a 3-point lead for Vegas.
Vegas Thrill is currently first place in the Pro Volleyball Federation with San Diego Mojo 7th. And both teams playing very well right now, very even. Great cross-court power shot from Dalkey.
Yeah, she's able to find the proper angle that time. Cutting it over, just in front of the defense. San Diego back within 2. Off the antenna. San Diego point. Dalkey back to serve. Kendra Dalkey, 2 kills and 7 attacks. Tosses a service error. Thrill back up 2. There's Taiba Hanif Park in her 2nd season with the Mojo. That's a sweet hoodie. I need to find me one of those.
Nice color yellow from, got the whole staff on the bench in their yellow.
They'll set up Looper. Chased down by Lee. There's McGee.
That was a great play because you're starting to see Vegas. They've done a few tips right behind the block, which forces Dayong Lee to play defense first. And that kind of keeps her out from setting and running the offense she likes to run.
Now McGee with 3 kills and 8 attacks. Another cross-court slam from Cameron Hanna. There's Ramon Hernandez-Cruz in his first season with the Thrill. Off to a solid start.
You talked about Coach Ramon Hernandez-Cruz.
That one's mishandled. Another service ace, the 2nd in set 1 for Vegas.
Coach Cruz is from Puerto Rico, 3-time All-American, played at Penn State, then played beach for Puerto Rico.
He will set more. Dumped over, mishandled by the Thrill. It's a fortunate break for San Diego.
Kind of a fun fact, Coach Hernandez-Cruz, his assistant coach was his beach partner, Raul Papaleo, and they played together in the 2004 Summer Olympics.
Nobody home for the Mojo. Now Vegas closing in on set one. San Diego has dropped their last two matches, 3-1 here at home versus Atlanta, then got swept at Grand Rapids. And for Vegas, they're hot. 3 consecutive wins at Orlando, then a 2-game homestand with Indy and Atlanta. Now they begin a 4-game road trip. One of 2 4-game road trips on the season. That one is down for San Diego.
That was an incredible dig. That was number 24, Sarah Spotzel.
But Vegas is 3-1 all-time versus San Diego, and 2 of those 3 wins were 5-set matches. Maddox blocks, but it's out of play. That one ricocheting off Devin Robinson.
And I just mentioned number 24, Sarah Sponsel. She is in for Dayong Lee right now, running the offense.
Harley Graham back to serve for Vegas. Short serve into the net. Mojo back within 2. Trying to close back in here in set 1. Veronica Stone back to serve. Deep serve, just missing. And it's set point for the Thrill here in set 1.
Both teams hitting very similar in their percentage. Mojo hitting a .258 and Vegas hitting a .265, so pretty similar on the attacking.
Nice dig by Venegas. Dalkey keeps the set alive.
Dalkey, good swing. Take a look here again. Hesitated a little bit, but took that ball down the line and through the hands of Lauren Jardine.
There's Coach Cruz. Set point number 2 for the Thrill. Dayong Lee back to serve. McGee keeps it alive. Joust back over to Vegas. And skying to the net and putting it down. Welcome back inside. Welcome back inside Viejas Arena. Tanner Collins, Lori Thomas. The Thrill takes set 1, 25-22. The All-Star game getting closer, February 22nd. Lori, here you got some details.
Yes. Well, first of all, we want to thank all of you who voted. There were over 11,000 people that voted for the All-Stars. And there will be a press release coming out on Tuesday, and you can see if someone you voted for will be on the All-Star teams. The match will take place at the Fishers Event Center in Indianapolis at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time on CBS. Tune in if you can't buy those tickets. If you'd like to buy tickets, go to provolleyball.com.
Nasia Moore gets the scoring started in set 2, and in that first set, Hannah Cameron led the way, 5 kills and 10 attacks, hit 500. As a team, the Thrill hit 278, just behind was San Diego hitting 265. Nasia Moore picking up her 4th kill, hitting 250. But a service error from the Mojo, and we're tied at 1. So Dalkey with 3 kills, Janasia Moore with 4, Elise McGee with 3. They've led the way offensively so far tonight for the Mojo. They'll set up Maddox. She's so good at getting that block to ricochet out of play. She's finding the right angles there on the outside.
You know, I think it's really big. Like, what makes you stand out is when you have really good peripheral vision. And I think Maddox has an incredible vision of the blocker's hands, even sometimes the defense behind them. And that's what makes her so successful on the outside.
A service error on both sides here to start set 2. Stone on the slide and down. Veronica Stone again.
This is a good rotation for San Diego Mojo because Ronica and Dayong Lee and Dalkey are all on the front row together, and that's where Dayong Lee can really spread out the offense, where she runs that slide with Ronica Stone, or she can make that outside. But Ronica just has a mean slide attack.
Showing her athleticism, power, and vertical leap. That one out of play, tied at 3. San Diego down 1-0. Cameron Hanna back to serve. Veronica Stone again, but she's blocked. That was Maddox.
They definitely read that one. Maddox and Oblad had Ronica on that. They knew she was gonna set that slide, and were there.
Free ball for the Thrill. Maddox gets it past Venegas. And Vegas off to a nice start here in set 2. Hannah Maddox, a block and a kill, painting the line.
Maddox, the other thing she does is she has such a high contact swing that she is able to almost sometimes go over the block and be able to get it and touch that back end line. That is a difficult ball to defend when it's hitting the line.
To Dalkey. Quick kill for San Diego. That's her 4th.
Great swing by Dalkey. Take a look at this. Had a 1 blocker because Dayong Lee sold it so well that the Vegas middle took off to try to get to Ronica. Very smart play.
Lee goes to Dalkey. What a pass. Maddox. A little miscommunication there defensively from San Diego. And Hannah Maddox is putting on a show to open up set 2. I think it's 7 kills now and 14 attacks, hitting .357 for Hannah Maddox, who will now serve for the Thrill. Maddox chases it down, free ball for the Mojo. Set up Dalkey. She's rising and finishing and picking up kill number 3 here in set 2.
Kendra Dalkey really finding her way around the block. There was an open gap. She went through it. Another slide attack kill by Berkeley Oblad.
And a service ace from Vegas, their 3rd service ace in the match. And that one from Berkeley Oblad. Make it a 3-point advantage for the Thrill. A quick kill from Dalkey.
Dalkey on the right side on that swing, but Dayoung Lee setting one-handed back set, which threw off, I think, the blockers and defense for the Thrill.
Yeah, Oblad was there on the block, but Kendra Dalkey is great. Set number 2 now, 6 kills and 12 attacks.
We're seeing Maya Tabron for the first time. She's hitting a 166 on the season. A serve by Dalkey.
So it's been Maddox and Dalkey showing out for both sides. That one in by a healthy margin. San Diego back within 1. Nice dig by Venegas. Out of play. Tied at 8. Picking up some momentum. Another kill for McGee.
Yeah, Elise doing a nice job on the right side. The last match Mojo played, they struggled a little bit with moving some people around to take some swings on the right side, but you see Elise settling in. She was drafted by the Mojo in the 5th round. Spent 4 seasons at Baylor.
Dalkey continuing to serve. And that one past Venegas. Big swing from Charity Looper. Venegas is hard to get it past, and no chance on that swing. Childress back to serve. There's a big dig from Shara Venegas.
Elise McGee using the right side blocker's hands to go out.
Done a nice job so far tonight on that right side. Joust out the net. Going for the cut shot. No touch. Point San Diego, and the Mojo back on top 10-9.
That was a great set by Childress. One-handed out to the outside, just a little wide.
Nobody home, and another service ace for the Mojo. Layla Blackwell dropping a dime.
That was another area that Coach Taiba Hanif Park talks about, is that if they serve well, you know, they really just, everything else comes together. Those are a few good serves right there that lifted Mojo. Another announcement that came out yesterday were the all-star coaches. 2 iconic coaches in the sport of volleyball, Dave Shondell of Purdue and Georgia Tech's Michelle Collier, have been named as the head coaches for the teams at the inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation All-Star match. Shondell has spent 23 seasons at Purdue, winningest coach in school history. And Collier just completed her 11th season at Georgia Tech. 2 fantastic coaches coming in to coach the All-Star teams on February 22nd in Indianapolis, Indiana. Both sets have been very tight. Both teams hitting well. Mojo 286. Vegas 280.
Vegas out of the timeout. Gets the kill from Cameron Hanna, stopping the scoring run from the Mojo. And Vegas back within one. The Thrill taking set one, 25-22. Vegas was up 16-15 and really pulled away on the back half of set one. Maddox tracked down by Dayoung Lee. And how about that cut shot from Elise McGee?
Great cut shot to her left. Look how sharp that was. Taking it to the left side of the two blockers.
Stout in the middle. Childress over to Maddox. And right back to the net. And putting it down is no other than Hannah Maddox.
Hannah Maddox now with 15 kills, hitting a .333.
And another service ace from the Thrill, and we're tied at 12. That's the fourth service ace for Vegas here in the match. That one handled by Dahlke. Tabron, and she gets her first kill on the night, and the Mojo back up one. Tabron will continue to get more playing time. She started in the opening 3 matches, but coming off a 6-month collegiate season, rolling right into pro volleyball. It's a lot on the body. You'll see more of Tabron as the season goes along. Off the block. Slide, Ronica Stone with the hammer.
The back one quick. Ronica owns that right now. If you look at the blockers and see how they reacted, she had no block because Dayoung Lee is active on the front row, so the blocker went with her.
I think McGee was thinking that one was wide, but down the line goes Maddox, and she picks up her 9th kill. Cameron Hanna back to serve. Back row attack from Tabron. A little too far up the floor. Point Vegas. Got a little excited on that back row attack. Tied at 14 here in set 2.
Good change up by Ronica, picked up.
Off the block, out of play, and a back row attack from the Thrill. And that was Charity Looper again. Hannah to serve. Back and forth all throughout here in set 2. Lee will set Dahlke, blocked. About a second time, and down for the Mojo. Kendra Dahlke is having a night. Now 7 kills and 13 attacks, hitting over 500.
She went high off the hands, cross court.
Who wants to head to the media timeout? Up a point. How about Childress?
Childress, she has her own arsenal, and she pulled that out at a beautiful time to take them up by 1.
Back here inside Viejas Arena, Tanner Collins alongside Lori Thomas. The Thrill took set 1, 25-22, and holding on to the 1-point advantage here in set 2. That's Hannah Maddox back to serve. Top spinning serve, handled by Tabron. And Dalkey missing that time. That was a nice pass, but not an error she's going to make too often.
Dalkey took a huge swing, but I think was hoping to use the block, and there was no touch on that.
Joust at the net.
Great save by Dayoung Lee running behind the official stand.
And skying it to the net, and ending that rally was Charity Looper. And she's a high flyer for Vegas. 7 kills and 16 attacks and hitting .340. Childress. And that one past Venegas. Charity Looper again.
Out of system, but Looper gets the job done. Look at that, perfectly in the back corner, zone 5.
That'll force a timeout for San Diego, now trailing by 4. This is very similar to how set 1 concluded.
You know, I wanted to share, one of the things that we like to do is educate our listeners. It's a little bit, it's actually a lot different, but there's just different rules. They follow the FIVB rules, and one of the big changes that you have to kind of understand is in the NCAA, you get 15 substitutions per set. And that's not what they do in the FIVB. The FIVB, you get 6 substitutions, but the PVF made a modification to give them 8. So what that tells you is you have to have 6 rotation players, unlike what you see in the NCAA, liberos coming in, back row specialists, defensive specialists, and now you've got to be an all-around player.
Hannah Maddox back to serve. Back row attack from Elise McGee. And that is a much needed point for San Diego, back within 3.
Elise McGee having a great night.
I think she faked Oblad there in the middle.
7 kills on the night out of 17 attempts. Leading, actually, Mojo in attempts.
It's going to get McGee more playing time as the season continues. That was Hannah Maddox with a quick answer after the back row kill from McGee, and Vegas quickly back up 4. Violation there on Maddox.
Coach is...
San Diego back within 3. Kendra Dalkey back to serve. Off the tape, a second service ace for Kendra Dalkey. That's just how she planned it there. Just bounce it off the tape and roll it over.
The let serve, either your best friend or your enemy, depending on what side you're on.
Good thing it's not tennis.
Yeah, very difficult to pass a let serve.
Well, maybe she was trying to do it again, but just a little low that time. Vegas back up 3. That's Childress back to serve. Another double-double here tonight already. 21 assists and 11 digs. There's a pass for Tabron. Joust at the net.
What a save. See if they can finish this rally.
Another nice save, that time for Maddox. Lee over from Dalkey. How about that hustle play?
Incredible rally we have.
And a dig from Venegas. Free ball for Vegas. Stout in the middle, it's out of play. What a point from San Diego.
You might see that out there on the social media platforms. Long rally, everybody going for it, and that's why we love to see women's professional volleyball here in the United States.
Shira Venegas putting on a clinic, and that rally, and the Mojo back within 2. But another quick answer. Charity Looper again. She has been a force here tonight. San Diego has not found an answer for number 2, Charity Looper. Cabron blocked, but well, it is down. That was Hannah at the tape. Vegas closing in on another set and another timeout taken by San Diego. Lori, what's the game plan here? What do you think the Mojo are talking about here in the timeout? Is it slowing down the momentum? 2 points away from taking that 2-0 lead.
Mojo, it's almost like they'll do some great things, but really at times where they need to execute and errors made. And so it's really just kind of cleaning it up, having some discipline on defense, and Daeyeon Lee, have her do what she does best, spread that offense out, and the players need to be smart. But right now, the blocking and defense of Vegas, they just have a little bit of edge.
Vegas 2 points away from taking a 2-0 lead. On the road. San Diego getting a look at some fans here inside Viejas Arena.
Dancing in San Diego with their bucket hats.
It was bucket hat night here for fans attending tonight's matchup. Rita Stone blocked and down, and it's set point for the Thrill.
With Daeyeon Lee in the front row right now, you just see Ronica. It's a better system when she runs Ronica behind, because when the setter's front row and you push her out to the front, it's easier for the blockers to get outside.
Hannah blocked and out of play, and Vegas takes the 2-0 lead over San Diego, the top team in the PVF, and they're showing out here on the road. They take set 2, 25-19. We'll head to break, and we'll catch you on the other side right after this. Back here inside Viejas Arena, Tanner Collins alongside Lori Thomas, and Vegas off to a nice start, up 2-0 on the road.
Both sets were very, very close, so we're going to see. You never know when the coaches, when we can get those kids back in. I say kids, these are actually pro women's volleyball. But when you can get them back in the locker room and talk about strategy and things that they need to change, you never know what they're going to come back out with. So you're going to see Mojo. Let's see, these first 5 points are really important in this third set, just to see where the momentum is going to be. What adjustments are they going to make?
Hannah Maddox with the game-high 10 kills. That's in 22 attacks. And for San Diego, they have been going to Elise McGee. She has the most attacks for San Diego with 20. She has 7 kills. And that's tied with Kendra Dahlke, and set 3 underway. Lee will set Stone, a swing and a miss.
Yes, you can see there was no connection on that one, but that was the right thing to do, is send Ronica behind Dayong Lee. They just didn't make the connection.
Morgan Stout back to serve for the Thrill. 1 kill and 8 attacks. She also has 2 blocks and 2 digs. They'll go to Stone again. It's dug out by Childress. Over for Maddox. Free ball for the Thrill. And the quick set in the middle. And put away by Berkeley Oblad. .65 middle blocker out of Utah. Morgan Stout back to serve. Lee will set more. And another back row attack from Elise McGee.
Elise McGee has 21 attempts, 8 kills on the night, leading the team with attempts and kills, hitting a 286, having a great night.
Maddox with the quick answer. That's her 11th kill in 24 attacks, hitting 333. Hannah back to serve. Vegas with the early 3-1 advantage here in set 3. Deep serve, service error. Behind the back dribble there from Ronica Stone. And a quick play in the middle from Childress.
She does such a good job. I mean, her hands, she puts the ball anywhere and everywhere, and just she'll get a couple of those in a match where it is so unexpected and no one can defend it. Okay, that's 2 missed serves by Vegas. Mojo needs to take advantage of these opportunities. Serve smart.
Back row attack for Moore, but shut down by Oblad. She's a force in the middle. 6'5". Now will serve for Vegas. Back up 2. Catching the back line.
Another kill by Elise McGee.
That one nearly took Venegas' head off. And she dodges it and picks up the point for San Diego. I bet she was quite the dodgeball player growing up in elementary and middle school. There's some nice dodging work there. Looper in. Dropping it that time right in front of Shara Venegas. Man, Vegas sure likes to paint the lines, either with cut shots or the deep ball.
Yeah, they do a very nice job, and they're putting it on the outside lines.
There's McGee. It's kept alive by Childress. Free ball for the Mojo. Major more blocks. That's just a heads-up play from Elise McGee.
And once
she
again,
found the opening
she's
and dropped
having
it in.
a great night. This was an out-of-system play. And and she tipped it over into position zone 2. Very difficult to pick up.
McGee having her best match on the young season. Now in double figures with 10 kills.
Both teams coming out in this third set, struggling on serving. Both teams have 6 errors.
Off the block, but it's out of play. And the Thrill have done a tremendous job here tonight at picking up kills off the block from San Diego. And now Looper back to serve with Vegas back up 2. Deep serve handled by Dahlke. Hannah Maddox doing what she's done all night long. Kill number 12 at game high.
Both teams, I don't see, finding a strong momentum right now. Just gaining points off errors. Great defense.
Maddox off her line. Dug out by Dahlke. Elise McGee again. Having a career night. 11 kills for number 23.
Elise McGee, as we said, she was a 2-time All Big 12 first team selection the last 2 years. Making a big difference for Mojo tonight.
And a beautiful cut shot from Hannah. And Vegas back up 3. Cameron Hannah out of Penn State. Back row attack from Dahlke. Childress chases it down. Back to Hannah, 2 for 2. And now the largest lead in set 3, the Thrill up 4.
Very smart for Charity Looper to pass that ball up to the right side.
San Diego making a couple adjustments defensively. Morgan Stout back to serve. Fowler, Kansas.
There was another big announcement the other day. Pro Volleyball Federation announced that NBA star sports analyst and philanthropist Jalen Rose will host the All-Star match alongside 4-time Olympic medalist and entrepreneur Shawn Johnson-East.
Elise McGee is putting San Diego on her back here tonight. Now 12 kills, another back row attack. Just getting it past the reach of Charity Looper.
Elise McGee finding her groove.
Lee will set up Dahlke. Now the Mojo picking up some momentum and trailing by 4. San Diego now on a 3-0 scoring run. Down 2 sets to none. San Diego has been swept twice on the season. And there's Hannah Maddox again.
2 balls right in a row. The first one, she was a little bit tight to the net, and she's so good and so smart that she kind of pushed it off the blocker's hands just to kind of reset, get it back up, set her again, and then she goes for the kill.
Vegas looking for their 4th consecutive win. Game 1 of a 4-game road trip. There's a slide from Stone, but Maddox with the denial.
That was a great read by Maddox. It looked like Ronica actually was left and was behind Dayoung Lee, which made her a little bit early. So Maddox was able to read that and block it.
Just like that, after a 3-0 run from San Diego, the Thrill back up 4. Dalkey. Nice dig by Venegas. Dalkey executes the second time.
Dalkey did a nice job on that. She actually hesitated on her touch on the ball, which actually made the blocker start to come down as the ball went over the net.
Dalkey having a efficient night, 9 kills and 20 attacks, hitting .400. Into the net, point Vegas. We hear the Thrill bench saying, "You can't do that."
Yes, you cannot touch the net.
There's a top spinning serve from Maddox. And that one gets by. Guess who? Number 23 in blue.
You know, it's quite amazing when you see her hit. It's not always just power. It's really smart. She's making good swings, smart swings when she's off the net, out of system, and she's just playing really, really smart tonight.
As we hit our media timeout here in set 3, the Thrill with a 4-point advantage. Work to do for San Diego as they look to extend the match to a 4th set. Back here inside Viejas Arena, Tanner Collins alongside Lori Thomas. Thanks for tuning in tonight on VBTV. And a block out of the timeout. Charity Looper. The road is closed.
Vegas is doing a nice job just reading the passing, reading Dayoung Lee. They are there. And Elise McGee in for another kill from the outside.
It's a big point for San Diego. And a kill in the middle for Raynell Jones. Just checking in for the Mojo, 6'3" middle blocker, played for Maryland. Second-year pro out of Oxon Hill, Maryland. A quick answer from Vegas, and the Thrill back up 4. Lee unable to keep the point alive. Now the largest lead in set 3. Raynell Jones in the middle. Points for number 1 in blue off the bench. That one was into the tape either way. Jones a chance to serve. And McGee drops in another.
That was a tight set, which you saw Raynell give her the ball to Elise. In that one spot in area 2.
How about that block? McGee and Stone trying to stick around here in set 3. That was all McGee.
Big
what a
block.
night for 23 in blue. Timeout Vegas.
We said this earlier, but Vegas Thrill tops in the standings, 6-2 before tonight. San Diego currently 7th, 3-4. Vegas Thrill looking to continue to stay in first place in the standings for PVF.
San Diego trailing 2-0, trying to get out of a 2-match losing streak. Their last win was January 24th. That was here at Viejas Arena. 3-1 win over Indy. How will Vegas respond out of the timeout? Jones with a service error.
Charity Looper once again back to serve for the Thrill. Maddox for the swing and off the block. Maddox has a heavy arm swing. Was able to get that through some hands and out.
Maddox. Handled by Venegas. Asia Moore has been quiet tonight. Now free ball for the Mojo. He will go the other way. Nice defensive play by Looper. Now free ball for the Thrill. McGee blocks. Vegas up 5 in set 3.
Vegas trying to make plays to stay in, hold this set, take it to 4. The gap is getting a little bit wider. Mojo taking a timeout as they trail by 6. They've got to be able to step back in, make a great pass. Passes have not been as good as they've been in the first 2 sets, so that they can run a good offense and get a big swing.
Well, we talked about it in the Open, just how well-rounded this Vegas group is, and goes to show they're top of the league. They're 6-2 through 8 games, and looking to make it 7 wins now, and 4 consecutive wins. Gotta like the all-around play from this Thrill team, and the first year under head coach Ramon Hernandez-Cruz.
Yeah, you know they're hitting a 300 right now. Mojo's dropped, and they're hitting a 196. And you have Charity, you know, with 29 swings, hitting a 345. Cameron Hanna, 24 swings, hitting a 375. And Hannah Maddox hitting a 344. You've got your strongest hitters playing very, very good.
How about the night for Elise McGee? A career night, now 16 kills and 37 attacks. As that one bounces off Looper, back within 5 is San Diego. But a side out away for the Thrill from match point.
Big swing by Dawkey coming out of the back row. Much needed time. I love, they call it a bick. It's a back row quick. You're not setting them as high. You're leading them in 3-4 feet so they broad jump and take a big swing.
Set for Maddox off the block. Free ball for the Thrill. They'll go to Maddox again. And it's match point for Vegas. Looking for win number 7.
Maddox, another big swing on the outside, getting it through the block.
Match point number 1 for the Thrill, with Morgan Stout back to serve. Going on the slide.
And that is the slide attack that you want to see from Stone every time. Maddox was inside too far. Ronica saw that open gap between Maddox and the antenna and drilled it down the line.
Match point number 2 for the Thrill, trying to pick up a win on the road. Maddox to the tape and wins it for the Thrill. What a night for Hannah Maddox. 16 kills and 35 attacks. And it's a clean sweep for the Vegas Thrill on the road here in San Diego. And they moved to 7-2 on the season. And they start off a perfect 1-0 on their 4-game road trip. And for San Diego, they've dropped to 3-5. And they hit the road to take on Indy and Omaha before returning home February 20th. Face off with Omaha here inside Viejas Arena.
Well, and we just want to say thank you for tuning in and watching women's professional volleyball. Incredible talent, incredible coaching talent. So fun to watch, and we appreciate all of you.
For Lori Thomas, I'm Tanner Collins. Thanks again for tuning in tonight here on VBTV. We sign off. Vegas wins it here tonight, 3-0. Moves to 7-2 on the season. Have a good night, everybody. So long from San Diego.